Hi, YouTubies! Oh my goodness, it was a wonderful day today. I swear, it was great. I learned a lot, actually, from this book. It's called Wicca for Beginners by Thea Sabin. I think that's her last name, how she says it. But it's an amazing book. I got it from the library. But anyway, it discusses the basics, of course, on Wicca, how it began, and Gerald Gardner and all that. I think it's at the very beginning. It's a little too much for a beginner, though. Just the way they described some of the, I don't know, the beginnings. Anyway, what I liked about the book was it explained a lot of different theories and ways to ground and to center and to visualize and to make shielding, to protect yourself. A lot about energy work, which was really wonderful, and how to get rid of the negativity and absorb all the positive energy you can. And it tells you how to deal with it, how to use it. And what was it? There was something, I don't know exactly what it was, one specific thing, but I somehow absorbed the ability to really put my mind to thinking positively, sort of like the law of attraction, where you think good things, you think positively about people ahead of time before you have a negative experience. You actually think that you're going to have a good experience, and therefore these positive things attract to you. And I thought, man, I was going to be so tense and anxious and worried and stuff today because I had 2 final exams, and it ended up being wonderful because I set my mind to saying, okay, I'm going to know this stuff. It's already in my head. I can handle it. If I need to get the information, all I have to do is open up the folders within my head, because it's there. It's not like I didn't have the ability. I do have the ability. So when you think that you have that ability, it can work for you. But if you're going to constantly think negatively and thinking bad things are going to happen, bad things will happen. So anyway, I was worried about finances, and so I started thinking good things about that. I'm going to get the money I need today. And I thought kind of little. I thought, okay, I'll compromise a little bit. I said, okay, I need $15. I'll just accept that. At first I said $20. Then I said, okay, I'm thinking $15. And I went in. I was selling a book back for a textbook for the school book, and I got $45 or $48 back, and I was like, oh my God, the gods did it, and I did it. I got to think about that we take part in our own happenings every day. It's not just the gods, the deities, other sources, but it's ourself as well. I forget who it was that, it was Scott Cunningham had talked about, I don't know in which book, but anyway, he talked about the 3 different powers, energy powers, and they're earth power, deity power, and ourselves within us, that we have our own powers. So we absorb these energies, we use every possibility, and then it works for us, I'm a little hyper, I'm sorry. And the same thing with one of my classes that I have just had a rough time with, this art class. See, I got paint on me. Anyway, I had the final today, and instead of really, thinking negatively of this instructor and, just totally saying that I can't handle this class, I can't handle this test, I went in there thinking, okay, I visualized her. That this is how I learned from this book too, that I could visualize her in my mind and see her saying good things about me. you know, that she would be kind and gentle and be thoughtful, that she would have good vibes today, because you didn't know with her, because some days she'd be really, really super negative and have these ugly vibes coming off of her. It was just so negative. So anyway, I went in there and I felt good, and I feel like I did really good on that exam. I was able to mix the colors. I was really phobic about this thing, you know, because for a long time I tried mixing colors and all I got was mud. But I learned the techniques to how to combine colors, to take the light and then put the dark to the light instead of the light to the dark, because then you'll get mud for sure. Anyway, it's a whole nother thing. And then another thing this book talked about was how to connect with the goddess or the god. And that was really awesome, because they talked about different ways that you wouldn't have thought of, you know, to discover and to get to know your gods. Research, you know, research the culture, how they reacted, how they did things, you know, that would affect how your deity is, their behaviors, their, I'm sorry, I'm lost for words, but think of the culture, think of what their colors are, their themes. Just research into that god. Don't just say, okay, I'm going to pick this god. See which one actually fits for you and enjoy it, you know. Really have fun with finding your god and goddess. But there's a lot of information out there, especially on the internet. Anyway, so I had a great day. I really did. And it feels good. I've been studying my butt off. I even got up early this morning to study my speech, and that worked out much better too. I was able to understand it a little more. And so tomorrow I only have one more final, yay, and it is the biology, and I think I'll do fine. I studied all I can about birds, ornithology, and I studied all I can about, what did I say, lizards, reptiles, which is herpetology, and now I just need to get in my head more about ichthyology, which is the study of fish. So that's where I'm at right now, today. And don't worry, I am going to come back with the second part of my story sometime, just not now. I've got too much on my plate. But I hope you guys are enjoying these videos, and I'll be back when I got more for you.